Yell at me like I'm a grown 30 years old. It's about respect and perseverance. We all up here. You need yelling too. Of course, I'm yelling. Wait, I'm yelling at him. I'm talking to us. Look at my all I'm saying, I think 2 people got killed on some random because they wasn't alert. They would have came over there and questioned you and said, where your gun?
Hello everybody, welcome. This is Nico from Unicorn Vibe. We're here in downtown Minneapolis. The scene is pretty chaotic and tense. Police were involved in an interaction with a person right down the street. The person is dead from multiple accounts, and from some video accounts, evidently the person shot themselves. They were involved in a homicide earlier, possibly, and police descended on them with weapons drawn, and they evidently might have taken their own life. From my understanding, is chaos has sort of ensued down here for about an hour. There's possibly some businesses that have got goods expropriated from them. We're walking down to a scene where police just took off to, along with a bunch of people, sort of ran down this way. Again, we're here in downtown Minneapolis. A person was killed a short while ago, this evening, maybe 2 hours ago. Traffic down on this street is not caring about people. Okay, so the police were reacting to Foot Locker being smashed. Looks like they have somebody arrested. So Foot Locker got broken into. Looks like they have the youth, some youth arrested. That person got maced, for sure got maced. Looks like they all probably got maced. Looks like 6 arrests here outside of Foot Locker. People trying to get in there and snatch and grab.
That's the truth. You think you Jesus? You think you God? That's the observation. That's the truth, man. You ain't God.
Oh, you can taste it and smell it.
You God?
That's a lot of pepper spray.
Delusional.
Mace, one of them.
Yeah, I got it on me. We'll back up when you will. Alright, bet. Come on, y'all.
I think I had enough anyway. What did you do? What did you do? It's fine. It's fine.
Those tires are like a spaceship. Goddamn. 24 inches, 26, 28, something. Oh, this pepper spray is bad.
You kidding me, Ken?
You're in the middle of the road. You're in the middle of the road, my man.
That's a felony, nigga.
Sorry.
The fuck, man? What he do? What he do?
He broke inside, look.
You caught him in there? Jay, what happened?
So again, we're here live in downtown Minneapolis. This is the scene following about 2 hours ago. A person lost their life about 2 blocks away.
Did you catch him on the outside?
This person right here is attempting to not get zip tied as the police are attempting to restrain them, to zip tie them. This person on the left is handcuffed. To the right of us, there's a police line that's getting very closely yapped at by the community. We got HP Rogers right here getting some photos. Check him out on Instagram.
He got fucking house. They got my little bro. Jordan.
What's up, bro? Jordan, you didn't want to slow down. Jordan! Dude, I'm not moving. Put your arm right here. I know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful either. Stand back up. Dude, leave your arm in my face, alright? Back up.
There he goes. Right in the eye for what? He can't talk to him. The dude didn't touch him. He's just talking to him, so he didn't like what he's saying. Here he goes. Yeah. Talk about not in the escalation tactics.
Hey, get off here, man. You see me just escalated that whole incident, right?
Yep.
And then you got your bitch ass bulldog right here, who always ready to spray. That's why I don't like motherfuckers like you, man. It's motherfuckers.
Police
like
are very
you.
acting very tense and disrespectful towards the community. Evidently, obviously, there's tension and there's tense situations happening, but
you don't have to base everybody hard.
the police are not practicing any kind of de-escalation tactics besides a small
Hell yeah, you
conversation.
mace me. Why the fuck I'm coughing then? You shot it right towards me, nigga. Motherfucker ain't using no lethal force. Y'all need to learn no fucking root. Y'all some hoes,
You a
man.
sellout.
That's why
You can't even handle that shit to spray. And you threatening everybody with it. Y'all need to
Community's growing out here. Again, people, a couple hundreds deep. This is not going to be a situation that's going to go away. Looks like the situation here downtown Minneapolis. It doesn't matter if the person killed himself, as some people are saying that he possibly did. The police are the reason why people are out here. It was an interaction with police that killed the person. Obviously, we know Kenosha's happening. There's a lot of things happening out here in this country where you do see a police officer giving some treatment to some of the arrested ones.
It ain't even enough of y'all for the people.
No, y'all just trying to
Back off. Back off.
Sorry, man, you don't need to start pushing. I'm moving in a straight line. Straight line. I'm in a straight line, man. You're tripping. Fuck are you talking about, man? It's a fucking straight line. He's trying to move out. See, these guys are not de-escalating shit. They're making the situation more tense.
Yo, your friend.
Put him in the car, that's all you gotta do. Put him in the car. All that extra shit, put him in the car.
Tell your name.
Just stay calm, B. Just stay calm, boss. Stay calm, B.
We got you.
You know they itching. Just put him right in the car.
Bring your dog back. What's your name? Toby, what's your name?
Don't fight with him, B. Don't fight with him. They're trying to put him on top of each other. They're trying to set him dead.
Here goes the sheriff's beefed up SWAT squad. Ah, man, right in the face. The police are not doing any de-escalation tactics. The one who just got smashed with the tear gas, or that's just got sprayed with the mace, and this is what she's doing. And there goes the milk for her. Wow. Mace the woman twice in the face.
You feel good because you maced the woman?
You make some little
You can take a life, but you can't take one.
You make some little black.
You can take a life, but you can't.
Dude, I'm pressed, man. You're tripping. Damn. My light. I didn't bring the extra battery on my light because I did not prepare for this tonight. And now my light is out. So that
Hit the
sucks.
suburbs, come to the city, get paid, then you roll back to the suburbs.
That's what they are.
That's all they do. Come to the city.
And this is Hennepin County Sheriff's, I think, SWAT squad. You see this officer got sprayed. The neighborhood reporters right here.
Set this shit up. Let's go.
We got Tracy and the neighborhood reporter, else the other person. Forgot his name. They're always out doing their thing. Check them out, the neighborhood reporter. Looks like people are trying to sort of de-escalate the situation by moving people.
You got water?
Let's go.
Hey, right here. Right here. Hey, right here. Right here, bro, right here.
Move there. Where the Walmart at? Let's move there.
Okay, so we just saw people pretty aggressive.
There's going to be a lot of havoc down here in downtown Minneapolis. I'm pretty sure all night, probably. What up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Nico?
You want to talk about what's happening down here?
What's happening? Yeah, so what happened is a person killed themselves and he had killed someone earlier. Nakima had the video, she brought it down. By the time, when she was on her way down here, the police escalated shit by macing people, and once they maced people, then that's when shit popped off. So this has to do with the person that committed suicide, but it also has to do with the lack of trust that the MPD has with the black community. So when they say something, it's not believed because of the George Floyds, because of the Jacobs out there, because of the Breonna Taylors, and also they have no de-escalation skills here. So and this isn't just about the video. This is about like this is about everything that's been going on in the last couple of weeks. So people are angry, and people are fucking pissed, and it really doesn't matter what it is, and they fucking maced everyone first. So
thank you for the update.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? How are you? So we're here at downtown Minneapolis, off of 7th Street, coming up on Hennepin Ave.
Is that loud?
Yeah. You want to talk?
Hell yeah.
What's this mean to you?
Man, this mean a lot, man. This shit is crazy. This is crazy. And to my substitute teacher who said I wouldn't be on TV, fuck you.
I hadn't heard that one before. People are getting treated for their mace injuries over there from the chemical weapons the police were spraying on people. We saw some pretty indiscriminate sprays straight to people's eyeballs. Hey! Oh no! Yep. There goes the spaceship. If you, I can't read the chats, but if you know about cars and you know about tires, golly, that's gotta be 28, 32 inch almost. Like what? That is just massive. Well, so I haven't paid attention to cars in a minute, so it's been a while. So again, the situation started a few blocks away from here. Here's the police reacting to Foot Locker getting smashed and people trying to expropriate goods, merchandise from Foot Locker. And there's the traffic jam of people. The march has moved out of the street. We'll try to go see what's up over here. When I saw you with all this gear, I'm like, oh, this is just the Lionel Lewis thing. Like, it's just a party in the park. We're okay. But now you got all this gear, and now you're smart. Yeah. That's Typhy. Typhy coming through with the good photography. Hennepin Ave is just getting chopped up with construction right now. Not sure if the march went somewhere. If it did, it must have went down and then up first, is my guess. Thank you, appreciate that. I think I'll probably stay down here for a minute though. I heard Target got expropriated. Not sure what else. If you have info, it's surely on the internet if you want some.
All right. Anybody that wants to leave, I want to your car.
I'm gonna check out some settings real quick on this. You might see a menu. Apologies. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up the light. Bear with me. How you doing?
You count here. That's what I love.
Appreciate you, man.
Check out HD up there.
Oh wow.
It's gotta be HD.
No, that's not. I know, right? It's automatic. You would think that.
Relax, we ain't on that, bro.
All right, looks like I might not be able to get to the setting I'm trying to get to while the camera's on. Sort of a newer Panasonic. Thank you, audience, for donating this Panasonic that we are using. It has a built-in light, but I had turned the light off. We have a light on top of the camera that I did not bring an extra battery for, like a smart man, and the battery ran out almost instantly. So we'll try to bring you some more light here in a minute if I can figure that out. Right now we're here in Minneapolis, and we'll start talking about my issues. We're here in Minneapolis. There was a person who evidently shot and killed somebody or murdered somebody, then was getting possibly pulled up on by the police, who jumped out of their car with weapons drawn, and the person subsequently possibly killed themselves, and the police then supposedly tried to do life-saving maneuvers. After that, the person died. Crowd gathered. It's a very busy street downtown Minneapolis.
Who makes me? I need that badge number. Which one of y'all want to give it up? Man, one of y'all? I'm gonna file a report on all y'all. I got mace. I'm allergic to mace, and they won't give up the culprit who fucking maced me with his bitch ass. For shit. Mace me for shit. That's some whole ass shit.
I'm not sure if we caught his macing on video, but I'm pretty sure he was standing next to us when the mace was happening. So if we did catch who did it, I do not know.
The wrong motherfucking nigga. I'm that real nigga. Run my name. Get roo, motherfucker. Run that shit. You gon' reap what the fuck you sow. You gon' reap what you sow,
The officer just asked how everybody was doing down here. This is Hennepin County Sheriff's over here. That's a gang police. I did not even know they really had a new gang police. I know they had a gang strike task force here in Minneapolis. Here's the gang officer who started a lot of the spray. They had a gang strike task force not too long ago here in Minneapolis, and they got disbanded because of incredibly corrupt, violent acts that the police were pulling. Content warning. The police were sodomizing people. They were doing a lot of really raunchy and nasty and violent stuff to the community. That was the gang strike task force. One of the leaders in the gang strike task force was Jeff Gindra. He had been promoted multiple times from his actions. He also beat up a 14-year-old numerous years ago, and there's a lot of stories about Jeff Gindra, but gang strike task force, that's what made me think of that, being that these officers are in the gang police, which I do not know about. Excuse me. So we got the sheriffs out here, and they're just sort of standing at this parking ramp at this point. For no reason really, but to maybe continue to stop people from going towards the Foot Locker.
Don't raise your make when I'm actually speaking songs. I'm right here. Oh, you. I mean, ain't some, and one of the buddies sprayed me in place, and I'm allergic to that shit.
How are we supposed to know that you're allergic to mace?
But why the fuck did you spray me instead of telling me to get back? You pushed me and then sprayed me?
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
He said sorry. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I know the guy who maced me. Tell him to drop his gun in that badge and let me beat his ass, and I'll be happy.
Sir, you need to leave.
He don't want to hear that, but it's cool for your partners to mace a motherfucker though. I'll leave on that note.
Bye.
Hey, you know I was getting that ass.
Oh, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. I don't have room in my bag.
Hey, there's medics right around the corner.
Thank you,
in that
though. Really
parking
appreciate
garage.
that.
Check with the medics.
Man, helping out. The man was helping out with some milk, making sure people have it. He offered it to me to put in my bag. I don't have room in my bag, but very nice, very nice. Here we're here downtown Minneapolis. Foot Locker has been rampaged through very briefly. When it started, the police ran down here very quickly, apprehended at least, I think, 6 people. It looked like they arrested them and took them away. During the process of arresting them, crowd gathered, the police maced, and then people moved on. Evidently, that's exactly how the drama started earlier after the person evidently killed themselves, or presumably killed themselves, which was just 2 blocks down. Hey, what's up? How are you? So yeah, 2 blocks down is where the person killed themselves, leading to this reaction by the community. The community had gathered around the area. You heard from a person a minute ago that after the community gathered, the police maced people. They do not have very good de-escalation tactics here in downtown Minneapolis. These police are notorious for bringing violence, bringing mace out, not speaking with words, but speaking with chemical weapons and fists and batons. It's a very consistent thing. It's not a new thing here in downtown Minneapolis, especially with 1st Precinct officer. They're making some kind of announcement. I don't think anybody can really understand what they're saying. There goes the gang police. Now they're calling it an unlawful assembly. So there's the warning of unlawful assembly. Here's the gang police and the sheriffs walking together. The Hennepin County sheriffs again. And the Minneapolis gang police. We're here in downtown Minneapolis. People got into the Foot Locker.
You're now involved in an unlawful assembly. Here's the first.
Good? If you're joining just now, a little earlier, we were at a march for Lionel Lewis in 2002. He died after an encounter with police. Here's a person getting milk finally for the mace that they endured. Somebody over here asking for a rock. Again, the police just very indiscriminately maced people.
What up? How are you? Good to see you. I just seen a few minutes ago. It's like down here. It is what it is. Yeah.
So we're gonna move a little bit. It's been declared an unlawful assembly right here. There's a few other stores and such up the street. I'm gonna see what's up. What's up, Julio? How you doing? What's up, boy? How you doing? What's going on down there?
They're not letting anybody go up and down the road at all.
Okay.
Really going on. They broke a couple windows down there earlier though.
Okay.
Over at Nordstrom and like right here on Nicollet and what's 7th?
Yeah.
Busted in there, but not too much going on out here. But it's a lot of people out here though.
Yeah.
They're all pissed.
Yeah.
You know what really happened though?
Yeah. Sounds like the man might have committed a murder and then.
Yeah, and then he was
took himself.
Yep.
But it was like the police were pulling up on him and they had their guns drawn.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I seen the whole thing.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Can I show the camera on you?
Yeah.
So it's actually Julio, Brian Quinonez's cousin, who got killed by police 1 year ago. But talk about it.
It was crazy. He was just sitting there on a he was sitting on the bench by himself, And then all the police that pulled up, and as like they were going around him, boom, next thing you hear, he shot himself. And I clearly seen it, you know. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it was scary though. And a lot of people, and I've been informing a lot of people too, it's what really happened. There's this lady down there, she's showing the video of what really happened, you know. So a lot of people are getting informed and know that they're out here for the wrong reason right now, when nothing really happened at all, you know. But it was mistaken for it, but yeah. And I understand why everybody's out here. They're all so pissed, you know, just because of what's going on. Not only because it happened yesterday, but then today again, you know what I mean? Can't do much. We gotta try to bring everybody together as one and let them know what's really going on before they start acting on the acts that they do, because they're not even 100% informed. They're just doing it out of anger.
So we got Brian, 1 year anniversary, angelversary for Brian Quinones. You want to just talk about that real quick, and then we'll start moving?
Actually got another event coming up tomorrow too.
Oh yeah?
His backpack giveaway. He did an annual backpack giveaway for people that had couldn't afford school supplies and backpacks and stuff like that. So we got that going on tomorrow at 5:30. And then his angelversary, it's the year of his parting. We're having a little celebration, a little memorial for him on September 7th, right at the area where he was murdered by the police. So if you guys need any information, you can look me up, Julio Rosario. I'm on Facebook. Yeah.
It's like the police are creating a line now, blocking this side of the street off. All right, Julio, thank you. Which way are you headed? You going that way or this way?
I was going to go that way, but it doesn't sound like they're messing with us, you know? We're not.
So it looks like the police are now pushing this group of people that are right here. Now we just look back and like realize that they don't have anybody flanking their line. You hear people talking about it's a public sidewalk. I'm gonna walk that way in a second. Yeah, that wasn't my fault. I'm standing behind you. You sort of exposed your behind.
You gotta go that way, man.
Like for arbitrary reasons, they block off streets. There's really no reason right now that I see for them to block off this street, but actually sidewalk, excuse me. Now they're trying to decide what to do with us since we're still over here. It's funny. They make these arbitrary decisions and try to follow them through, and there's sometimes no rhyme or reason to a line or what line is where or where to move the line. Just sort of willy-nilly on their moves. I understand it right now. Obviously, they're trying to clear the area for unlawful assembly call. This woman's asking why are all these cars coming through, and because they haven't shut off the street. Like, I don't know. Very unorganized over here, it seems. We're gonna stay on this corner or this side right here for a moment. We'll get down to Nicollet Mall in a brief minute, I think, to see what's happening down there. Again, we're here on yeah, they're not de-escalating. Like, there's no reason for the police, in my opinion, to be doing half of what they're doing. This is actually organizer Marquise Armstrong.
Minneapolis police, you're involved in an unlawful assembly. If you do not disperse, you will be arrested.
So like the third unlawful assembly declaration. This officer said, just listen to me, okay? Marquis said, please, just let me go down and get my car. It's like, to walk around it is actually like 4-block walk. It's not just like 1 block. How you doing?
I'm good.
So you got to walk 4 blocks around now.
I don't know. I had to walk 4 or 5 blocks that way to get to the car and came back. This the way that I came, and they telling me I can't go this way.
And it's like there's all these people freewheeling, walking down the street, but you can't do
Down there. And I'm telling them, I'm actually one of the people that's telling the community that the police didn't do it because they didn't. And you know me. If they did it, I'd be in their ass too. That's what I do. I fight police violence. And now I'm trying to let them know that this ain't them. Like I want our people to be safe, right? If this is what it was, let's get at it. But this ain't what it was. Unfortunately, this brother allegedly killed somebody. And I saw the video. I saw the video of the man putting the gun in his mouth and pulling the trigger. So, man, thank you, Nico, for always being down here, Unicorn Riot, documenting the things that are happening.
Were you down here earlier? Thank you for the update, too. Were you down here earlier when the police were macing people originally?
I just gotten here. When that started happening. And the people were saying, even though I showed people the video, they were like, okay, but they're macing us, right? So it's just, if the police violence wasn't happening in the first place, the reaction wouldn't be this. Even though this is not a police killing in this incident, we know that they have killed us several times, hundreds of times, not just here in the Twin Cities, but around the nation. So I'm just trying to get back to my wife, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Stay safe. That was Marquis Armstrong, psychologist. Psychologist, activist as well. Husband of Nikema Armstrong. I'm really not sure why they've blocked off the street. So again, it's just like sort of a peculiar position to be behind the police line. It just so happened to be that happened. The police made their line arbitrarily out of nowhere when we were standing over here underneath the Marriott and just started pushing people down. It's like the police on the move now. They just got some orders. It might be a different hotspot. I'm not really sure. It's like police action down here. We're gonna move. All right. Looks like people just broke into Walgreens. Everybody's running. Walgreens is right down there, so it doesn't surprise me. So that's probably why the police were running as well. It's gonna be this all night. There's gonna be moving in and out of different blocks. It's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of looting, a lot of expropriating of goods. It's a lot of rage, and beyond the rage, we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are hungry. People are hurting. I heard a police officer got knocked down. I don't know about knocked out, but knocked down. Damn. when I brought up going down this way, that's when I had that intuition, and I should have made that move. A bunch of journalists got pepper sprayed. That was Brad Siegel in the middle, Typhi, and then Louis Tran. Here's the police reaction. They got the shooters out. There's Walgreens. Looks like they got somebody on the ground. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Okay, if I just stand here with you?
Whoa. Some more action. Yeah, you can stand anywhere. I can't really go any further down this block, or else I would get closer. There's the officer that got hurt.
Hey, behind you, behind you.
Okay, we heard people saying they knocked the officer down while they were running that direction that we came from. That's the officer getting helped away. Shit is cracking off down the block. There's a person arrested. Damn. Like, why? I don't understand. I don't understand why they're just acting like that. There's no reason to hit him. He wasn't being violent to the police. The Justice Frontline Aid helping out. Person got arrested walking back. Looks like he's stumbling. They probably whooped him up a little bit. There goes Louis Tran, Liberation Lens Media. Unclear if they got into the Walgreens.
Okay, video you all doing this?
Yeah. I'm 12 on my dad. On my grandma. Come on, I'm ready.
Oh wait, hold on, listen. Oh, okay.
That was fresh. Hey, yo! Did y'all get that on video? That shit was hella fresh.
This is Nikema and Lizer over here on the right. Nikema is a civil rights attorney. See people taking off. So this is always a chain reaction. When the police make moves, people dip off. When the police act violent, people dip off. You all want to talk at all? You all want to talk at all about what's happening?
Sure. What do you mean?
Police just pushed you off of that block. People are down here. Obviously, I heard that you were showing the video of really what happened, but also people are very tense with the police who don't seem to be de-escalating the situation. What's your interpretation of what's happening?
Well, from my understanding, there was a lot of miscommunication about what happened. I think that because everybody's on edge about the police, it's understandable that people would feel that that was a police shooting. I asked the chief when he told me what happened if he saw the video. He said yes, and then he sent me the video. I did not post the video to social media because it's very graphic and traumatic. We've seen enough black people on video being killed, so we came down here to show people the video so they could see for themselves what went on. That did help diffuse a lot of the situation, and most people did not know the true story of what went on. But when we came down here, police had already been pepper spraying people and escalating the situation and making it worse. And we asked them to stand down and to leave so that they didn't heighten tensions. They didn't listen to us. They sent more officers and other agencies here. I asked the assistant chief, why are more cops here? He said that there were stores being broken into in the area, and that's the reason. But I just think overall the police are not good at de-escalating tense situations and in understanding that people are understandably upset. They don't trust the police. I needed to see the video for myself to know what really happened. I don't blame people for being upset and on edge because of the corruption within MPD that we've experienced for a very long time.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll let you get back to doing what you're doing. Appreciate it. Anything else you'd want to say?
No, I just hope that everybody stays safe tonight. We don't need any more tragedies in the Twin Cities. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I wish that the police knew how to de-escalate, you know, instead of creating more tension and stress.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we got Eli in the back from Eli. What's this like being pushed right now?
I'm a man of a lot of words. I literally have no words right now. You know, I'm really frustrated by the escalation tactics that I see. I understand the pain and the hurt of the people in this particular situation. It looks like the young man, for whatever reasons, committed suicide, but the people understandably didn't know that. But what I'm frustrated by is the escalation tactics that we have been seeing from MPD. This particular thing that we're looking at right now, with everybody scrambling, it was really calm just 5 minutes ago. Then we saw 4 officers start moving towards our position with a lot of aggression. We couldn't understand why that level of aggression was happening. And literally 5 minutes later, we have all of this, even to the extent that one of the officers was knocked unconscious. They literally created and caused this entire scenario. It was calm. We had calmed everyone down. The energies had come down, and then now we're seeing what we're seeing right now. And so it's extraordinarily and extremely frustrating to be part and parcel to this. But you know, it is what it is. This is the language of the people when frustrations and aggravations overflow. And this is exactly what this is. Even in the point where we was having peaceful assemblies, even when we didn't understand quite what was going on, there was no need for the escalation tactics that I continue to see, to the extent where I had to ask one of the commanders, why are you macing people and you are a commander? Why are you macing people and all of your subordinates are standing down? So it's extremely frustrating, the level of intensification that's coming from MPD. I don't understand it, but it is literally what's causing all of this. We've already gotten word out that this was a suicide. People understand it, but people are also saying they're tear gassing us, they're macing us, and they're having escalation tactics, and so this is what we have.
Thank you, appreciate it. A shoe, one random shoe.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man. So were you streaming too?
No, I was recording 4K.
Yeah. That's good, you got some. There's Darren Thompson over here. What's the situation like for you down here?
Right now I'm just...
Oh, they just pulled out, one second, they just pulled out another person. He must have been hiding. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just in front of the Walgreens over there on Nicolette, and I was observing an angry crowd, and a trash bin was tossed towards a police car, and it just so happened that a police officer was by the police car and got hit on the neck and immediately fell to the ground. A second after that, tear gas was taken, or was fired in the crowd of the direction of the crowd, and I almost collapsed. So, that stuff's pretty intense. So here we are right here. More looting happened here in the Foot Locker here, which started a little bit earlier, and so right now there are crowds dispersing and going from place to place, expressing their anger, their frustration. So that's what I'm observing right now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah.
Darren Thompson on Facebook if you want to check out Darren's media. Yeah, I was coming over to get this shot too. These cats are on it.
I'll beat your big ass up. Cause you a pussy. I'll beat your big ass up. UFC. Ain't no guns over here, bitch. Like we hands up. Hands the fuck up. Like your hands the fuck up. And you some bitches. All y'all pussies. Y'all scary. Even that bitch over there, she's scary too. And both of them like that bitch in their head too. Like, come on. Y'all really want to get it, nigga? Put the guns down and fight head the fuck up. Best man win. Period. What y'all people doing is wrong. It's wrong. You know what? I'm from Chicago. Where murder rate is high as hell. Quit doing that shit. We kill each other enough. We trying to get y'all to protect us. You know how many times I got Minneapolis running my motherfucking house? You could have set me up. I'm talking about search warrant. What search warrant? I ain't got shit. You know what? I got a lot of history with Minneapolis police. A lot. From the time, and I'm 41 years old. The first time I got talked about Minneapolis police, I got choked up for no fucking reason. And you know what? I called down there, and they didn't give a fuck. Protecting y'all. Like they normally do. So I just want to be heard. They got black brothers out there. You bitch ass niggas, and you black. You black. Yeah, you bitch ass niggas. I stick my dick down your face. Hey, I'll keep your ass.
These cats up and down these alleys with a ton of merchandise. There's some kind of alarm from this parking shop. There's no smoke or anything. I'm not sure what the alarm is about. Hey, Kid Drift, you streaming?
Oh, I'm on both right now.
All right, Kid Drift, DR1FT.
Yep, that's Kid Drift with a K. DR1FT. If his stream gets cut, join mine, and then if mine gets cut, he'll be back live as well. I'm also streaming on Twitch and Twitter if anything happens. We're everywhere.
Yeah. All right, thanks, man. Be safe out here.
Thank you. You too as well. Had to come just to make sure you were safe as well.
Hey, thank you.
I seen your stream. Everybody said, go find him.
Hey, nice.
Gotta make sure.
Thank you. That person's trying to get by. Looks like some conversations, but
we gonna keep him.
Jama's actually smiling. That's not a norm from my interactions or seeing his interactions. Definitely familiar with some of these officers down here and some of their ways. This is a Hennepin County sheriff looking at the different canisters of mace or tear gas, most likely tear gas or flashbangs in that bag. That's their munitions bag that they carry around. You see the mace that's right there, or pepper spray. That's the big red canister. Inside this bag are the munitions, where it'll be like a grenade. They have to pull out the pin, throw it at the group of people, and then after they throw it at people, it usually blows up. People are still accessing different areas of the store around here from my site. It can be seen. A bunch of stores, I think, are also getting ran through down here. We're here right now on 7th and near Hennepin. This is downtown Minneapolis. One of the main thoroughfares here in downtown, 7th Street. Block up is the Target Center where the basketball would be played. You see that advert for Mayo Clinic. That's the side of a building, a new building that used to be Block E. This up here used to be the city center right up here in the block away. Everything's changed a lot. So it looks like the officers are going inside because they're now getting word, or they're now looking for other people. So officers are now entering Foot Locker, attempting to try to get more people that might be in there. People are running out of that back area. And there's police officers moving. We're gonna walk down the block here and look at what's happening down here in Hennepin. Louis Tran is live streaming. Louis Tran on Facebook or Liberation Lens?
I'm on Facebook right now.
All right, cool.
With doing a live stream, but my photos and everything will be on Liberation Lens Media. So I'm trying to coverage as much as possible wherever I can be. So thanks, Nico, for being out here.
For sure. Yeah, thank you. It's another independent journal. Covering a lot of things. There's a lot of good journals out here, independent journals, and quite a few of them are actually even in Kenosha. I don't know about quite a few, but there is a handful.
I suggest that people go home.
So we got this person
Being out in the streets isn't safe.
saying just probably go home.
They declared an emergency.
They declared unlawful assembly.
So if you're in this area, they will start mass arresting people.
Here's the Justice Frontline Aid Squad. They're out here at Actions, handing out water, handing out Gatorade, handing out hand sanitizer, and also being healthcare workers, essentially. So again, the situation will bring you up to speed real quick. I want to start with 2 days ago. 2 days ago, there was a Justice for Jacob Blake rally here in Minneapolis and downtown. It started at the government center, went to the first precinct, at the first precinct there was some spray paint on the building, and then there was also possibly a flag that was de-erected from the building. The police followed, I don't know about followed, but they stalked and followed.
Back up a little bit.
What's up?
Step back a little bit.
Oh, I'm press.
You're press?
Yeah. Agape movement trying to be the police and telling me to back up. They're out here, the Agape movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're also doing security out at George Floyd Square, from my understanding. I wanted to start at the Kenosha thing, the Jacob Blake thing, because that was just 2 days ago and it was downtown. And here in downtown, there were specific people that were apprehended. They were stalked out by the police and then apprehended by the police. Some of the youth, it was a group of youth that was active consistently at the George Floyd Square. And one of them got sort of roughed up pretty bad, really bloodied. They let him go with no charges. We spoke to 2 of those arrested. We have that video up on YouTube. Check it out on YouTube. We'll have the article up soon in the next days when we get the capacity to get it up. But that video showcases the arrests by the police, a very aggro move that the police hadn't really done to protesters here in Minneapolis for some years. Based on that move, the police then, well, not based on that move, after that move, again, like I said, I think several people were arrested and charged with misdemeanor offenses. The night of the incident, people gathered immediately outside the first precinct, and then they gathered outside the jail. Outside of Hennepin County Jail, people were gathering. I guess there was a window that was broken, a few other things that might have been thrown at the jail. People were pretty filled with support for their comrades who got arrested, but also sort of angry at the police. Again, this was the day after Jacob Blake's shooting in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and the march went to the first precinct. So I mean, like, what do you sort of expect when you bring a bunch of youth that are pretty angry at the system to the house of the police? That, you know, nothing might be thrown, and like, in general, what I heard from the community is that they felt threatened. And why would the police treat them in such a fashion for just being at a peaceful protest? So they got arrested. We spoke to them. That piece is up. I wanted to bring that up because it draws correlations to downtown Minneapolis and just actions that we are filming here in downtown, and also to the police tension, to the tense feelings and emotions in the air that you feel. Obviously, it's been a long time boiling for many hundreds of years, for 150 some years for the Minneapolis police specifically, but most recently also there's been a lot of tension. That's obvious. You can feel it with this incident earlier today. Ooh, finally! Oh, that's so nice that thing just turned off. With this specific incident, what we know is that, or what we've heard, we don't know anything specifically. What we've heard from the police is that a person died today, killing themselves after killing somebody else. So evidently 2 people died in a very close proximity of downtown area, within a mile of each other. One of the person dead is one of the killers, and then the other dead was a victim of the killer. Evidently the killer was surrounded by police who pulled up on him with guns drawn and leapt out of their car to go get him. When the police came up to him, the person shot themselves. That's what people have said. I have not seen that video. People said that there is a video, that is a thing that is out there. This is a security worker, I think. You see all this sort of trash. These are all shoes. Foot Locker got ran through really good. Not really good, but like ran through a lot, I should say. So after the person evidently killed himself, there was a crowd that gathered. Obviously, there's going to be a crowd anytime the police have interactions, or anytime there's a big interaction that happens. You're in a busy street in downtown district, and you are also talking about sort of rush hour. So basically, the crowd gathered. After the crowd gathered, police maced the crowd numerous times. People moved out from there. As you saw during the uprising, and mostly any time police are in the streets with people, when the police react violently, the people run away and then also react violently. So the people might actually stand there and react violently by throwing something back, and maybe their violence is throwing a water bottle or flicking them off, and that's not, pertaining to real violence, but essentially what the police have done then, pepper sprayed, maced, tear gassed, beaten, batoned, arrested people. Today what we saw was a few arrests. We saw quite indiscriminate macing of people straight in their face. Some women, a few female-bodied people were maced in the face, directly in the face, like straight to them. The police is not practicing much de-escalation tactics. In the middle of a conversation is when the police were doing these pepper spray attacks or mace attacks on the population that they are said and sworn in to protect and serve. Chief Arredondo is the chief of Minneapolis Police Department, and he has been doing some community conversations. There was one the other day put on by the Minneapolis Civil Rights Department. That community conversation and these conversations around policing in the community is revolving around having officers that are less racist, less implicit bias, and that want to actually possibly work in the community and that have worked with the community. There's a lot of people with a lot of different ideas. There's politicians with a lot of different ideas. Earlier this summer, we saw the dismantling of the Minneapolis Police Department and defunding of the Minneapolis Police Department. Two sort of separate things, but we saw both of them sort of reach fever pitch when we're talking about ideals and discussions around a certain situation. It seemed to be a lot of political pandering that came out and political posturing, and not a lot of movement. You look back, even Ferguson in 2014, go back to the next year of 2015, that was a massive nationwide movement for Black lives, for ending police violence, for pushing for police accountability. There was a lot of bills that were passed, laws. Laws are supposedly what governs this country. Those laws that were passed, it was like something about like 58 or 68, I can't really remember. But none of those laws, including body cams, which so many people rested upon as the fix, those laws, those body cams, they have not amounted to more police accountability. Police started to be accountable this summer after Minneapolis burnt itself up, or after Minneapolis got burnt up. Some people would like to speculate as to who was burning Minneapolis up. What we saw was a bunch of youth that were rageful during that situation and trying to be heard. What we see in Kenosha is the same, people trying to be heard. We saw written on the building of the corrections department or the probation office, whichever one that was, "Are you listening yet?" That is a feeling from the community. The community is looking for some kind of police change, some kind of police reform, some kind of police accountability. You see the people here that have moved off of the area. Agape movement is out here providing a buffer between the police and the community. Hey, would you want to do a quick discussion of what you're doing?
I don't.
All right. So you see Agape movement sort of pushed everybody down the block. Talking about solutions to policing, community solution, community-led policing is one of the ideas that some people like to talk about within